Do you have a process to review how well your team performed during projects, critical tasks, and even for month-end close? Reviewing team performance is often overlooked because of the time available each day. We are all scrambling for more capacity. Our calendars are filled with meetings and requirements. That's how it happens in finance and accounting. However, reviewing team performance must be a key leader task, for it can identify where in your processes, systems, and tools that weaknesses or obstacles may hurt accuracy and timeliness, but also causes much frustration on your team. I am an advocate for using the U.S. Army's formal process to review team performance, so I will show you how for month-end close over the next several minutes that you can use this to improve your process. Please enjoy the episode. Welcome to the Finance Leader Podcast, where leadership is bigger than the numbers. I am your host, Stephen McLean. This is the podcast for developing leaders in finance and accounting. Please consider following me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. My usernames and the links are in this episode's show notes. You can also follow Finance Leader Academy on LinkedIn. Thank you. This is episode number 149. I will be talking about how to effectively use the Army's after-action review process to evaluate and to improve the month-end close. And I will highlight the following topics. Number 1, the U.S. Army's after-action review process. Number 2, let's always focus on processes, systems, and tools. And 3, using the after-action review system to evaluate our month-end close procedures. Are you currently reviewing the performance of your team after completing a key project or complex task requiring more than one team member? Most will say that there's no time to look at how we did, and I would say that I understand that you have a capacity issue, but a key component of leadership is to capture what was done right and what could have been done better, so that for the next project, you can apply those lessons learned. The idea is to keep improving, but to do so requires commitment and an investment in time. The last time I shared episode number 148, From Comfort to Excellence, Aligning Finance Teams for Real Impact. Comfort feels safe, but it quietly drains our careers and our teams. In the episode, I show how alignment, clear standards, and better conversations can turn routine finance work into strategic results. Please go back to listen to that episode in case you missed it. Now, evaluating performance as a team provides the opportunity to seek input from everyone involved. It helps to accept personal accountability to improve in the next project and to improve our overall teamwork, collaboration, our understanding of the problem to be solved, and many other team-oriented work activities. One of our most important processes is month-end close. We all know what it means to start the close process. It usually will take half of our month, and it requires meticulous planning and coordination. It takes a deliberate process to close the books in a timely and effective manner, and in accordance with GAAP and applicable laws, plus complying with our own internal procedures. Month-end close can be clunky and time-intensive while also trying to conduct your normal tasks that are required every day and every week. Many of you know that my first full career was in the U.S. Army, more than 20 years on active duty. We would evaluate every team exercise, every major project, and every training event. Evaluating team performance is part of the culture of the Army. We want to be better. We need to improve because what our country and our allies ask us to do every day. If it was a collective event, we honestly evaluated that event for our performance so we can figure out how to do it better, how to communicate better, and what training we needed to improve on, what resources were missing or inadequate, and much more. We looked at how we planned the event, how we prepared for it, and how we executed. So we will use the simple format of plan, prepare, and execute to look at the exercise, training event, or operation we just performed, with the focus on improving for the next time. Please subscribe to the podcast on the platform you are currently listening to, and also please subscribe to my weekly email. What we want to do is to create an environment of continuous improvement, to invest the time and effort to ensure we can perform our key tasks to the best of our ability as a team and as individuals. Once our staff is trained and well coordinated, we need to review what other resources we may need or upgrade the resources we currently have. I am always supportive of the team and the individual who wants to improve. We never embrace complacency, and we never settle for doing just a good job. We look at ways to be better in our processes, in our methodology, in our skills level, and within the context of the resources we do have. Now let's talk about how to effectively use the Army's after-action review in month-end close to improve the process. Number 1, what is the U.S. Army's after-action review process? The after-action review is a structured, professional discussion conducted after a mission, a training event, or operation to analyze what happened, why it happened, and how to sustain or improve future performance. It promotes shared learning rather than blame or critique, and reinforces strengths while addressing deficiencies. In the plan phase of the U.S. Army's after-action review process, leaders prepare the foundation for an effective and focused discussion by defining the purpose, scope, and logistics of the review. This phase begins immediately after or even during a training event or mission when facilitators identify what specific actions or objectives will be reviewed, who will participate, and what resources or data are needed to support the discussion. The leader reviews the event's training objectives, collects key observations, gathers input from participants, and prepares visual aids or performance data. A critical part of this phase is selecting a neutral, comfortable environment that encourages open, honest communication without fear of blame, experiences into actionable improvements for future performance. In the prepare phase, the leader organizes the materials, data, and environment needed to conduct an effective and meaningful review. Preparation involves collecting and validating key information about the event, such as timelines, mission objectives, results achieved, and any relevant performance metrics to ensure the discussion is fact-based rather than opinion-driven. The facilitator identifies major events, decision points, and outcomes to help structure the review flow and develops discussion aids like charts or slides that visually reinforce key learning points. In the execute phase of the U.S. Army's after-action review process, the facilitator leads the structured discussion that allows participants to analyze what happened, why it happened, and how performance can be improved for future tasks. This phase begins with setting the tone, reinforcing that this process is learning-focused and non-punitive and reviewing the mission objectives and the plan versus actual outcomes. The facilitator guides the group through a chronological or event-based review, encouraging open participation from all perspectives. Key questions such as, what was supposed to happen? What actually happened? Why did it happen? And what can we do better next time drive the discussion. The facilitator ensures facts are separated from opinions, lessons are clearly identified, and the conversation remains respectful and focused. By the end of the execute phase, the group has collaboratively identified successes, root causes of shortfalls, and actionable steps for improvement, turning experience into collective learning. Number 2, let's always focus on processes, systems, and tools. A well-managed month-end close is one of the most critical responsibilities in any organization. It delivers the financial integrity leadership depends on for accurate decision-making. Yet, for many accounting teams, the close can still feel like a race against time, marked by late nights, manual entries, and reconciliation bottlenecks. Improving processes, systems, and tools can transform the recurring cycle into a streamlined, predictable, and value-driven operation that strengthens both efficiency and confidence in financial results. A successful close starts with disciplined, standardized processes. Many organizations still rely on localized knowledge, spreadsheets, and inconsistent procedures across departments, which then introduces errors, delays, and rework. The first step to improvement is to map the entire close process end to end, identifying every task, handoff, and dependency. Even with disciplined processes, a slow or fragmented system environment can still limit performance. Modernizing financial systems improves both accuracy and speed by automating data flow, integrating subledgers, and reducing manual journal entries. Tools bridge the gap between processes and technology, enabling the team to work smarter, not harder. Finance teams should evaluate whether their current tools enable true collaboration between accounting, FP&A, and business partners, or simply replicate manual work digitally. One of the most impactful enhancements to the month-end close process is bridging the gap between accounting and FP&A. When both teams align early, sharing preliminary results, variance expectations, and reclassifications, the close becomes faster and more insightful. As we have heard before, you can't improve what you don't measure. Establishing close performance metrics helps track progress over time and drive more accountability. Number 3, how can we use the Army's AAR system to evaluate our month-end close? The goal of applying the U.S. Army's after-action review process to corporate accounting is to transform the month-end close from a compliance exercise into a continuous improvement cycle. By using structured reflection, accountability, and collaboration, finance leaders can make each close faster, cleaner, and more accurate while building a culture of shared learning and ownership. For the planning phase, here are a few suggestions to consider reviewing. Did we define clear success metrics for the close process? For example, close by day 5, 0 post-close journal entries, or even full reconciliation? Did we identify key participants such as accounting managers, staff accountants, FP&A liaisons, and IT support? Now, what about establishing a close calendar and document dependencies? Did we communicate expectations early to clarify roles, handoffs, and also checkpoints? Now, for the prep phase, here are a few areas to review. Did you track timing and completion of each close task? Did you document bottlenecks, delays, or issues as they occurred? Did you record communication gaps or unclear ownership? What about capturing positive deviations or improvements observed during the cycle? Now, for the execute phase, within 3 to 5 business days after the close, conduct an after-action review meeting with all the participants. After the review process is completed, ensure you develop a plan to integrate the findings into next month's month-end close process. Now, due to the complexity of month-end close, the Army's after-action review process is perfect to review how we can do it better so we are prepared each month. The month-end process is our most complex and recurring super event involving nearly everyone in FP&A and accounting, so that's why it is so fitting to have a review process to find areas for improvement. Now, for action today, does your organization have a formal way to review month-end process? If not, consider using the U.S. Army's after-action review process to review what happened and what could be better. The idea is to have a continuous improvement environment so we all get better at the jobs and processes we have. Today, I talked about how to effectively use the Army's after-action review and month-end close to improve the process, and I highlighted the following points. Number 1, the U.S. Army's after-action review process. Number 2, let's always focus on systems, processes, and tools. And 3, using the after-action review system to evaluate our month-end close procedures. There are some amazing benefits you can achieve from using the Army's after-action review process every time, which include accelerated close process by identifying and removing recurring delays, improved accuracy with fewer post-close adjustments, greater accountability as each team member owns their process, stronger collaboration and learning culture, and a shift from reactive problem solving to proactive improvement. I hope today's episode can help you improve and even design a better month-end close process for your organization. I hope you enjoyed the Finance Leader Podcast. You can find this episode wherever you listen to podcasts. If this episode helped you today, please share with a colleague. Until next time, you can check out more resources at financeleaderacademy.com and sign up for my weekly updates so you don't miss an episode of the podcast. And now, go lead your team, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.